Greetings interwebs, it's Gyakuten, and welcome for a Pokemon battle. A special Pokemon battle, you can say, cause today is someone's birthday. Not just any old birthday, birthday of a good long online buddy of mine, MidniteandBeyond. So, I was thinking about what I was gonna do for his birthday, and I decided to go with a Pokemon battle. But I know he's not the biggest competitive guy, so he might not be interested in a normal battle. So I either decided to go with a Bulbasuar sweep or a battle using the team that he used in his Fire Red Let's Play. As you can see on screen, it was the latter. And it took a while to get a good battle with this team, and you can probably see why. But for him, it was all worth it. So happy birthday, Midnight and Beyond. I hope you enjoyed this. There were a lot of luck, quote-unquote hacks in this battle, but I felt they were on both sides of the field, so that made for a fair battle. Plus with this team, if I can win any sort of way, is a victory in itself. Now before I go into the battle, I want to quickly go over how I made the team, for those of you guys who care. Bulbasaur here has the Focus Sash, because when it's a Bulbasaur, there's not much else you can do. Not even Evilite is really that great in comparison. But this is Midnight and Beyond, and I had to have the Bulbasaur for him. Nothing else would do. It's got a pretty standard set for the evolutionary line. Hopefully with the Focus Sash though, I would be able to get a last minute Sleep Powder or Leech Seed off. Giga Drain and Sludge Bomb are good stabs if one of those two actually pull off correctly. Arbok here mostly just got the basic healing items for healing, Intimidate because that's the best thing I can think of for it. For a team like this, having priority is a really big deal for me, so I pretty much gave everything Sucker Punch I could. Acid Spray, as you can see on screen, seemed like it would be a pretty good move despite the fact that all of Arbok's moves are physical besides that. If nothing else, I could figure the Acid Spray would allow me to bring in another Pokemon to revenge kill. Now Snorlax here is the interesting thing. All these other Pokemon are probably really low tier like RU or maybe even NU. Snorlax is UU, which is underused, which is only one away from overused. So that kind of added the challenge. So I pretty much gave this Snorlax a pretty standard set though replacing Earthquake with Heavy Slam because I really needed that steel coverage, and I figured Snorlax would deliver it better than any of the other Pokemon. Marowak here is basically the special deliverer of the team because besides Dewgong, there's not really anyone else that really had a decent special stat. Maybe Bulbasaur, but I'm not really counting on Bulbasaur being able to stay in as long as Marowak. Got Lightning Rod in case anyone does decide to bring electricity-based Pokemon. Might be able to get a special attack boost, which would enhance the ability of my moves including Ice Beam and Earth Power. Dugtrio is the fast physical sweeper of the team, with Arena Trap to trap the opponent in, Lay Forward to increase the damage, Stone Edge to cover the flying types, and Sucker Punch because I'd like to have priority with this team. Dewgong's a similar story as Marowak, with the fact to enhance its bulkiness, Aqua Jet for priority, and Signal Beam for a bit of diversity move-wise with the team. Starting off here, I lead off with Bulbasaur because I know I can take one hit, except maybe Infrared. Infrared might have a foil to the plan with a Fake Out or so I swapped in an Arbok. Thankfully, it went for the Fire Punch, which I'm not too worried about despite being burned. And it does go for Outrage, which I'm a little concerned. So I just decided to keep going for Acid Spray and see how long it can last. Maybe when I got enough damage done I could do a little more, but I don't, so I just bring in Marowak. And despite taking that critical hit, I get a nice Flamethrower off. After coming to the realization I could go for same type attack bonus in the first place, I go for Earth Power. Which is a smart play because of this swap. And the Calm Mind might be a bit of an issue though. I see how much Earth Power does. So I go into Bulbasaur to finish it off. Thankfully the Focus Blast missed. I get a Giga Drain, it's not quite enough, But Bulbasuar's gonna live with 1 HP! But unfortunately it has the priority move. But because of my Sucker Punch, I'm able to take out the Gold Up before anything could happen. Then we get into Ice Cream. I go for Stone Edge, of course it freaking misses. And Freeze Dry kind of kills that momentum. Going to Snorlax, I decide to start setting up. And like I thought, this Ice Cream can't do anything. Snorlax is just gonna have some of that Ice Cream after all. That giant dark bear eats everything! Why wouldn't it eat the cup of ice cream? Even my opponent realizes you can't leave a bunch of ice cream in front of a hungry bear, so he swaps in that Sableye, goes for the Confused Ray, and is probably pretty confident that I can't do anything to it. I do have that Heavy Slam though, and I hope to get into play. Even Foul Play isn't doing that much, and my Heavy Slam's able to take it out. So all's looking pretty good. The Primate comes back in, unfortunately. I'm able to take the hit, and hopefully that'll be enough to take out the Infrared, but nope! Hurt yourself in confusion, why don't just Snorlax? This is why I do not claim anything about winning by hacks, because hacks were on both sides of the frickin' field. I was hoping that Aqua Jet could take it out. Thankfully my opponent didn't go for something like another close combat, and I get to take it out with another Aqua Jet. That Freeze Dry thankfully doesn't do much either, and I get the Revenge Crit! Between that and another Surf, well, I just barely don't take it out. But the Aqua Jet will. See, this is why I have that priority for a lot of these Pokemon. Now, I could have swapped in the Marowak and gone for a Flamethrower, but I figured if I stay in here, go for the Surf, then I'll definitely be able to take it out. And it'll just come down to me and the Vesa Queen. At this point, I could go for Flamethrower or Ice Beam. It'd both be super effective, both be just as strong. I go for Ice Beam in case I get Freeze Hacks. And guess what? We get the freaking Freeze Hacks! Yay! And that wins us the battle. That was a good game despite all the hacks, and I'm glad I was able to pull off a battle with this team. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough Bulbasaur action, so sorry about that, Midnite. Hopefully, these 1 or 2 clips I could find with Bulbasaur doing some awesome stuff will make up for it. And happy birthday, man. Hope the day is awesome.